पर और आज हम खेलने वाले हैं असैसिन क्रीड ओडिसी। ये एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन गेम है और मैं इस गेम को काफ़ी दिनों से खेल रहा हूँ और ये काफ़ी मतलब कि अभी तक जो भी मैंने ये गेम खेला है उसमें सबसे लंबी गेम है। बहुत ही सारे स्टेजेस हैं, मिशंस हैं और बहुत सारे लोकेशंस हैं जो डिस्कवर करने होते हैं और बहुत सारे साइड मिशंस भी हैं इसमें। और गाइस इस गेम को आज हम लोग खेलेंगे तो जल्दी से आप लोग लाइक करें, फॉलो करें, शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और कमेंट में बताएं कि आपको ये गेम कैसा लगा और रिकमेंड करें मुझे अगर कोई गेम खेलना हो। और जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं गाइस लोड होने में ही बहुत टाइम लेता है, बहुत ही टाइम, क्योंकि ये एक बहुत ही बड़ी गेम है। ये अराउंड 100 GB के अराउंड ये गेम है गाइस। बहुत तगड़ा ग्राफिक्स है, बहुत तगड़ा कंट्रोल्स है और ये पुराने ज़माने ग्रीक टाइम्स का एक स्टोरी लाइन है इसका, बहुत ज़बरदस्त है और मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी से भी रिलेटेड है। बहुत मज़ा आता है खेलने में गाइस। और आज करेंगे नए नए लोकेशंस को डिस्कवर हम, और डिस्कवर करने के लिए हमें करने पड़ते हैं फ़ाइट और बैटल्स। तो देखिए गाइस, मैं आप लोग को ऐसी ऐसी फ़ाइट दिखाऊंगा ना, ऐसी ऐसी फ़ाइट आप लोग परेशान हो जाइए। फ़ाइट ही क्या है। चलिए तो शुरू करते हैं। ये लोड हो गया है ऑलमोस्ट। अब तो मौसम भी हो गया है गर्मी का, ठंडा एटलीस्ट ख़त्म हो गया। चलो यार, बहुत दिन से ठंड थी। तो ये है फोबोस गाइस, मेरा घोड़ा। लाइक लिटरली मेरा घोड़ा है ये इस गेम में। फोबोस नाम है इसका। तो चलिए देखते हैं आज हम लोग क्या नया लोकेशन कहाँ डिस्कवर कर सकते हैं। ये गाइस आप लोग राइट साइड में नीचे में जो देख रहे हैं वो सेकंड लेवल ऑफ बाउंटी हंटर्स है। तो बाउंटी हंटर्स मुझे खोज रहे हैं मारने के लिए। तो ये लेवल जैसे जैसे बढ़ता है वैसे वैसे ज़्यादा बाउंटी हंटर्स मुझे खोजने लगते हैं। सो देखिए कैसे यहाँ दिखा रहा बाउंटी हंटर नियर बाई। कोई यहाँ आसपास में है जो हमको ले भी इतना चाहता है, लेकिन इतना आसान भी नहीं होगा। चलो देखते हैं मैप में हम लोग कहाँ पर है। अच्छा, ये लोकेशन हम लोग कंप्लीट नहीं किए थे। ये लोकेशन चलो कंप्लीट कर देते हैं।
Come on.
देख रहे गाइस, वॉर में ये सब जल गया, जला दिया पूरा जंगल का जंगल ग्रीक सब। बकरी का चमड़ा लेंगे यार, बहुत काम का। ओ भाई, इधर है इधर। चलो यार दीवार कूद कर जाते हैं। अबे दीवार को नहीं तोड़ना है भाई, इस पर उछलना। हो ना, टाइम नहीं मेरे पास भाई। चलो भाई लोकेशन पे चलते हैं, अपने लोकेशन पर पहले चलते हैं, उसको कंप्लीट करते हैं। उसके बाद देखा जाता है कि आगे किया है, यही है बस। एक ट्रेजर है।
I should watch my step around here.
चलो यार, हो गया। इजी पीजी। आपके भाई के लिए लोकेशन कंप्लीट करना बहुत ही इजी और पीजी है। चलो यार, एक मिशन था यहाँ पर जो मैंने अधूरा छोड़ कर रखा है, उसे कंप्लीट करते हैं। ये मिशन ऑस्ट्रेसाइज्ड। ट्रैक करता हूँ इसको, चलता हूँ यहाँ पर। चलिए। गाइस, आप लोग जल्दी से लाइक करो, फॉलो करो, सब्सक्राइब करो, ताकि मैं और भी गेम खेल सकूं और आप लोगों को दिखा सकूं वॉक थ्रू। ये गेम पीसी पर भी अवेलेबल है। अगर आप पीसी गेमर हैं तो ये गेम आपको पीसी पर भी अवेलेबल होगी। अभी मैं ये गेम PS4 पर खेल रहा हूँ फिलहाल। इससे भी मुझे बात करना है, तो देखते हैं क्या बात होता है इससे।
You must be the one Pericles sent.
I am. He said there is an ostracism vote, but didn't tell me what I'm here to do.
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
If someone is exiled, can they return?
If they do, they'll be punished.
Okay.
What does someone have to do to be ostracized?
Anyone seen as a threat to the city or the people is enough. And then it is up to the vote. Some have been ostracized for simply being more disliked than the person they're up against.
What's my role in this?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted. Take the Ostraka in this bag and exchange him with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Pericles does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure. Bring me the bag you took from the room and I'll take care of the rest.
No one will see me go in or out. Stay here.
Okay. Reach the Logismos building in the Agora. चलो वहाँ चलते हैं। अपने घोड़े को बुला लेते हैं।
Goods from all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans.
अबे मेरा घोड़ा कहाँ रह गया? आ गया, आ गया। रास्ता नहीं है बस।
I should be careful. High security here.
Sarnave. कहाँ था बे? अच्छा, ये चीज़ हमको लेना। इधर क्या रहने भाई उसको उधर ही। इसको टपकाना होगा। नहीं नहीं गलत हो गया। वेट होल्ड। वहाँ पर जाना है यार, मुझे दिखाता है कि वहाँ जाना है। वे भाई जाना यहाँ से। अरे वहाँ से कूद दिया भाई, इसको ले लेते हैं। अबे यार यहाँ नहीं है, नीचे है। अभी लड़ने से भाई फायदा नहीं है, तो मिशन पूरा करना। चीज़ों को लाश बिछा देंगे लाश चलो दोस्त अपना टाइम आ गया हल्ला हो रहा है यहाँ पर Alexa, play something nice.
It's done.
You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
Alexa, stop.
I apologize for the delay. There was evidence someone attempted to tamper with the votes. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for. The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We were quite close, although he and Pericles were much closer. It's strange, Pericles wasn't here today to defend him.
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then, who do you claim to be?
My name is Alexios.
And still, I don't feel I know you. Perhaps I can find out who you are a different way.
You want to know me?
Knowledge is the one good in this world.
Knowledge matters most or direct में?
Of course. Knowledge drives everything I do.
Then we are the same in that way.
Knowledge of when to attack, what weapon to use, or when to use reason instead of violence.
We seem to put our love of knowledge into practice quite differently.
I use it how I need to.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmi, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
I did what I was asked to do.
And your needs are greater than those of the man you helped ostracize. Still, you raise a fine point. Who is more responsible? Anaxagoras for getting himself mixed up in this, or you, for simply sealing his fate?
I'm not responsible for his actions. I have one thing to think about. My own.
Then I hope you also think about today. About Anaxagoras, about choice.
Socrates! There you are.
Here I am.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so I have. Tell them I'm on my way. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one we have.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. That's everything Pericles wanted. Time to return to him and find out what these Athenians know about my mother.
यार कुछ
I should try to stay out of sight. Let's go. Yeah!
हटो यार रास्ता से सब
Watch where you're going!
Yeah!
We'll be watching you, Miss Diaz. At least give them a welcome.
लीडर के घर जाना है लीडर
Alexios, it's you!
Phoebe?
You said you weren't coming back to Kefalonia, so I decided to leave too.
I said I wouldn't be coming back, but I don't remember saying you should leave.
Well, here I am.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So, you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
चलो
I think I'm
देखते हैं
ready to go in.
You can't. Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
I'll get changed. Promise you'll take care of my things.
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
I feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. test me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
कौन सा कपड़ा पहना दिया यार हमको बात करने के लिए चलो बच्चे का बात मानिए
Alexios. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made his grand entrance. Only slightly late too.
Herodotus. Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongue. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
देख लीजिए
It looks more like a lover's quarrel to me.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies. You should drink more. Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
कौन है त्याग
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Misthios like you think of a party like this?
This is going to be a long night. Parties should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere, and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your sister said.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too. Yes, you come and talk to this infuriating young brother. I've had my fill.
Perhaps later. First, explain to me your point of view.
A new face in Pericles' abode! Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
Did you just call me it? Watch your mouth, Athenian.
It speaks, and so feisty too. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doomed to be the only young and beautiful thing here. So...
Alexios.
I wouldn't peg you as an Alexios. But oh, go
बहुत
on.
लंबा स्टोरी है guys.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Now, if you'll excuse us, I was just about to dazzle...
The man is your host.
Under every stone hides a politician, I always say. And Pericles is no different.
Of course, I only use the terms war or God or civility in the context of what can be observed. I haven't...
Sure, we can talk. What about?
Before Protagoras changed the subject, we were talking about the next great leader of Athens.
I'll change the subject again. I'm looking for someone. A Spartan woman.
Spartan? Hopefully she's dead in the gutters. It's better than those mongrels deserve. I wonder if you found the woman, even if you saw her with your own eyes, would you believe her existence to be true?
This is getting nowhere. Forget it.
If you don't want to discuss that, then what?
This has been useless. Here.
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
Sure.
Spare me. I'm only looking for clues to help me find a Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculus, Xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
So, we get him drunk, and he talks. He sounds more Argive than Athenian.
Impressive foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen.
It's come back for more. Care to see my impression of Protagoras? I call it the flapping bladder.
I'm sure he wouldn't.
When I need to relax, I start to fight. For you, though...
Quickly! Bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
You and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Euripides seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we...
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
This is pure swill.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
Ready for more?
Yeah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more!
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it...
You ready for another?
कितना पिएगा ये लोग?
This wine is terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she would trust priests.
Then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
उसका बातचीत ही इतना लंबा है ना भाई. थोड़ा बातचीत कर लेते हैं उसके बाद चलते हैं आगे.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I am the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway.
कोई नियर बाय क्वेस्ट नहीं है. देखिए सब गलत काम कर रहा.
Someone's being hurt. Open this door, or I'll kick it in!
Don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you.
ये एक से गेम बनाता है भाई.
Authority. Such aggression. I can see it.
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to...
I only came to this symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil, I help you find who you're looking for. Maybe they're in here.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall.
Now it's time for you to help me.
गलत काम नहीं भाई.
I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Prostitutes? This is serious.
They don't like being called that, and for good reason.
Such as?
These women are companions, counselors, confidants, powerful... Ali! Come back inside! Ooh, the celebration. When you reach Corinth, find Anthusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again.
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
फालतू.
If it isn't the one who agrees to...
I think we agreed our use of that knowledge couldn't be more different.
You remember.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
If you've been arguing this long and you haven't...
We're discussing the nature of rules. We're better to do so than here.
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building.
Don't be absurd!
This argument between you two is pointless.
Perhaps. How do you define art?
I'm not getting dragged into this.
Very well. Answer this. Does the artist not give form and symmetry to her subject?
Well, yes.
Laws and justice do much the same for people, do they not?
If you say so.
Aspasia.
Aspasia. तो यही है, Aspasia यही है.
You shouldn't be too hard on Socrates. He really has a brilliant mind, even if he comes off a little strong.
He isn't always like that, is he?
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Alexios can help. Everyone listens when he talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Alexios will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
Your spies have been watching me. I knew you people couldn't be trusted.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
These may be the nicest clothes I've ever worn, but I feel a bit uncomfortable, to be honest.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have...
I've been searching for a woman named Myrrine, my mother. I think she may be in danger, and my search brought me here.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will... Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
ग्रीटिंग्स है कहाँ भाई? ऊपर क्या कर रहा है? ऊपर जाने का रास्ता कहाँ?
Alexios!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
She says I don't interact with our guests enough. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave...
Or as silent as I let it be.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me.
Spartans outside the walls, people crammed.
Even so, there isn't a...
I can't say I know how that feels.
When you find your place...
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for...
Time will tell.
चलो तो हो गया सिंपोसियम का काम.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need the weapon after all. Are you leaving?
I'm not done with these people yet.
You look tired.
Only of...
See?
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
There's a woman in Corinth that...
I've heard about that place from Alcibiades. He says you don't go there to talk.
Alcibiades says a lot of things.
He sure does. Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia. About Kefalonia.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague. You don't think... My friend, the blood fever.
Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia isn't our fault. I'll go myself and find out if this plague even happened. Okay?
Okay. Thanks. I knew I could count on you.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Alexios!
Bye-bye. बहुत हो गया बकवास.
Όταν η πεδίων έκλειψε...
Focus. केव ऑब्जेक्टिव्स पूरा हो गया है पूरा. चलो कुछ मार धार करते हैं. कहीं भी जाना है. कियोस में था कुछ ना. तो कियोस चलता है. नाव से चलेंगे, नाव से.
Board. I have a good feeling about this one. Welcome back. There's a message for you on the board. Came from the Delos Islands, one of the countries.
Reading my messages, Varnavas?
I may have taken a peek.
Get in position to sail!
Welcome. Did you find what you were looking for in Athens?
A few clues, but this won't be easy.
Well, it's a good start. All we can do now is trust the path the gods have laid out for us.
I'm not the only... one looking for my mother. The cult that wanted Nikolaus dead, they're also on my trail.
Ah, they're no match for you.
Got that right. Lower the sail!
Chaos वाला करते हैं chaos. Chaos, chaos, chaos.
Salvage nearby. Are treacherous around Chaos. We should be careful.
What? Charybdis and Scylla await at the bottom of the sea, I suppose.
No! Pirates! A lot of them!
Ha! Only pirates?
Oars down! Brace yourselves for impact!
नहीं भैया डॉक कर दो.
More speed!
चलो यहाँ डॉक कर देते हैं.
Stop here!
जीनिया से मिलते हैं. कहाँ भाई जीनिया? टेम्पल ऑफ मेडूजिया कहाँ है? टेम्पल ऑफ मेडूजिया. इसको मारे क्या?
You're too close. Get
अबे शेर कैसे लेके होता है ना इसको। अबे अबे नहीं 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 भाई थोड़ा हेल्थ तो नहीं शेर ना देख लिया। चलो गाइस आज के लिए इतना ही, फिर चलते हैं, टाटा बाय बाय।